my show had value and that, I'm sorry, my show had value and that, I'm sorry, that, that what I was doing had value.
Hey, I just want to give some free advice to the white progressives, particularly white progressive women who may be thinking about marching against the Trump victory, maybe putting back on the P-word hats and doing that thing. I would just say probably don't send any of those invites to any black women you know. I'm just going to tell you right now, they're not coming. Like, I'm pretty sure black women have resigned from the Save America Coalition, Save Democracy Coalition, and definitely the Save the Democratic Party Coalition. I think that's probably not happening. I would just keep those invites maybe among your own friends because I don't think they're coming. But yeah, I think black women are now on the Save Black Women, Prioritize Black Men, and prioritize black communities, black businesses, and that, and, you know, the black spaces, but Save America, Save the Democratic Party. Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Because of her not wanting to, I'm going to tell you, let me back up a little bit. When she said that black women were going to start just being into what is best for black people instead of saving America as a whole, the whole rant that I just played, that's when she was really out. But what pushed her out faster was when she disrespected the Democratic Party. When she said that black people are not going to, black women are not going to try to save America and not going to be as interactive with the Democratic Party, and she went there, that's when she was out. First of all, her ratings were in the tank, but a lot of the shows on these channels, CNN, MSNBC, the ratings are in the tank. But that's a no-no for people in her position, right? When you are not, they want these people to believe that they have a voice, and they give them these platforms not because they want their opinions, but because they want them to vocalize the people behind the scenes opinions. And a big no-no for people like Joy Reid is to disrespect the Democratic Party in any way, shape, or form. They don't want to hear black people like her that they've given platforms to use those platforms to say, you're not showing up enough for black women. You're not showing enough for black men. You're not supporting us in this area that we need support. They certainly don't want her disrespecting liberal white women. And so when she started blaming white women for the loss, Kamala Harris, obviously, for many reasons, just was not really the best candidate for the Democratic Party to put forward. But black women showed up, 92%, because they wanted to see a black woman in that role. And I think that a lot of black people, period, need to start re-examining what policies they are supporting, no matter what package it comes in. But okay, maybe a lot of people that voted for Kamala Harris did support those policies. Maybe there were that portion that did not support those policies, but they just wanted to see a black person, a black woman in that role. And obviously people like Joy Reid was really hurt that Kamala Harris lost, hurt on a visceral level. And so these people do not want these black people that they have given major platforms to use their platform or any other platform to send certain messages out to black people especially. So even though on Joy Reid's social media, she's free to say whatever she wants to say, but it has consequences. They knew that they were going, in my opinion, she was out as soon as she said all of that. Now, what they did was, because Joy probably thought they were playing checkers when they were actually playing 3D chess, they reduced her salary, I believe, by half. And I believe they reduced her salary by half, not because they were going to keep her on, but because they knew they were going to fire her. So maybe she has some sort of exit or a severance or something like that. That is a portion of her salary. So what they did was reduce her salary first. Then they waited a couple of weeks. Then they fired her. So they wouldn't have to give her as big a payout as they would have had to give her had she had that salary that she had pre-election night. So I don't know. I'm not saying black people need to run over to the Republican Party, but I don't know how many ways black people can support a party like the Democratic Party and they give you their ass to kiss every time. I mean, how many times do they have to show you who they are? 92% of black women voted for Kamala Harris. Yet after the election, black people were being blamed. They were saying things like black women will never get another Democratic Party nominee or any major party nomination. They were really just dumping on black people. Oh, if the cops start to shoot and kill you in the streets, don't you call us? I heard all kinds of stuff. I saw all kinds of video on social media. When the illegal immigrants started getting deported, people are coming up, whipping and beating on black people again on social media. Every time something happens, even though 92% of black women and about 80% of black men supported the Democratic Party, open border, drain the taxpayers' money for these illegals, you know, when Trump gets in and starts deporting people, they start bashing black people. Even when the war broke out in the Middle East with Hamas and Israel, I saw people bashing black people. When the federal workers are getting laid off, like there's no job that's guaranteed. You know, I mean, no job is guaranteed, whether it's a federal job or a private sector job. They want to know, why aren't black people out there protesting with them? When people who are related to or who are immigrants, illegal or otherwise, is out there protesting, they're wondering, well, why aren't the black people out here? Like, what do you want us, what do people want from black people? I mean, I don't get it. We're the ones that get the least. When DEI was canceled, why aren't black people out here boycotting and this and that and that and this? Well, black people benefited the least from DEI. That's not what they made it seem like when they were promoting DEI. But they knew that black people would be the least. Every time black people kick the door open and protest and march and kick doors open in this country, we are the last to benefit. So Joy, obviously, she's going to do what Don Lemon did, maybe go on and start posting on social media so she's free to speak her mind and have her broadcast on her social media. But as far as these major platforms, she broke the golden rule for a black person in these political spaces. I don't care if you're on the left or right. As soon as you are not a useful tool, you are canned. As soon as your opinions don't reflect every talking point of your benefactors, then you're canned. That's the deal. And these black people like Joy Reid, she knew that. She's not a stupid woman. She's not naive. She had to know that you're as good as you are speaking what we want you to speak, but it's coming out of your mouth, right? They're putting the words in her mouth. They're putting the sentiment in her heart, and she's supposed to echo that. And then you have a lot of black people who are on these major platforms that may not agree with this stuff, but they're getting paid. So they're willing to speak up and they're willing to say whatever they have to say, right? You have some of these black politicians that may feel a certain way at home, but when it comes to their political office, they're going to toe the line and do what they have to so they can stay in power. So, you know, do I feel sorry for Joy Reid? Of course, I feel sorry for anybody who loses their income or their job or something that they really are passionate about or like to do. But at the same time, I don't feel sorry for her, because at the end of the day, you served as an example that when we as black people in those spaces get the opportunity to be on these major platforms, you have to talk what they want you to talk. Once you start talking about black empowerment, black women are going to start focusing on black businesses and black communities. And oh no, they don't want to hear that. They do not want to hear that. So, I mean, it's like there is no job that's safe. So it's like you and you and you are fired. That's what's happening right now. A lot of these black boule and black people who are just, blackface, just speaking the words of these white handlers, only thing they're saying is, you are fired. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so.